Hey everyone, it's Kong again, and it's time for what should be a very short and quick summoning video. As you know, I'm mostly caught up on my hero collection, other than crossover characters, so I'm at the whims of the IP licensing gods on that front. But normally this is not a recommended summon, and the characters aren't really useful for kind of Apex style I play, but as a collector I'm going to fire a couple summons off just to try to keep my gallery up to date. Certainly just planning on benching these characters. Maybe eventually building the Emperor just because of the faction buff, maybe, but we'll see in the future. The bottom line is, we're not going to go super hard on this banner, purely just hoping to nab them both quick for collection purposes and then bail. So maybe also this video will help stem your own addictive urge to summon. I think I have 30 pity right now, so go ahead and chuck that up on the pity thermometer, my friend, and then we will get started with the fourth multi, so summon 40. Yeah, I don't know if, you get that itchy trigger finger and you want to summon, and then you watch someone else go through some suffering and you're like, oh, okay, that was good enough for me. I don't need to actually summon now. So that was 40, we're going to go 50. Once again, at the average rate. We're not necessarily having the most dynamite luck, or we weren't when we were building pity on whatever banner that was. So now we're up to 60. But that's one of the reasons you build pity in advance anyway, to forget about that pain of the past and make it feel like the summoning session wasn't actually as bad as it was. Even though it was. So that was 60, we're gonna go 70. I actually think when you pre-build pity in advance, the game's just like, you know what? Go all the way to pity then. So we're gonna go 80. Okay, we are gonna get an SSR here, so not quite pity. Not as bad as I've just come to expect from the game. But now let's see who we end up getting. Either on-banner character would be ideal, obviously. Okay, we're gonna get the Saint of the Ark. Okay, Saint of the Ark in 80. We might as well chuck a couple at it just to see if we can get Ares as well, and then get out of this banner entirely without too much damage. So this is summon numero uno. No SSRs. We'll see, summon number 2. The other thing is these characters are going to be coming back. We're not 100% sure when, but you know, it usually happens after 6 months. They'll pop up on other banners. So one of them will probably be on a Destiny banner, one will end up being on a Raid Up banner, and if it's Ares or Emperor Lovina that ends up on the Destiny banner, then it doesn't really matter if I don't get him here, especially since I'm not planning on actually using him in the next 6 months. I'll be able to just knock him off with a guaranteed Destiny summon 6 months from now. But let's see if this ends up being him, and then I don't need to worry about it. Seeing lots of magical ladies so far, so maybe it's going to lean more towards Saint. Yeah, So another copy of Saint. That was only in 3 summons though, so not too bad. We got a 4-star useless Saint of the Ark. Let's pop another couple summons at it. See what happens. I don't need to summon on the Lodos War rerun because I already have Deedlit and Ashram. If that rerun even ends up happening in Global, that's not a guarantee, so we can keep our fingers crossed and hope that it will, but I don't need to bank summons for that. So most of my summoning is going to be happening in the slightly more distant future with the Valkyria Chronicles crossover, and then of course the Consul of the Moon and the Iron Chancellor both look pretty sweet, so I'll be summoning for them. This is going to be summon number 3 on this new little session. And then one thing I'm really excited about is if the Yu Yu Hakusho crossover does come back like it's rerunning in China right now. I'm missing 2 of the characters that I'm missing from crossovers are from those banners. So it would be really nice to help complete that collection. Then I would just be missing Shaltier at that point. Plus any new characters that I'm still missing by the time we get there, like potentially Emperor Lovina. So that was number 4. We'll go summon number 5. The average rate, arguably. Well, not really arguably. Argued by Zilong, and argued against by facts and evidence. Alright, so number 6. Probably stop after whatever SSR this is, regardless. Just because we're ending up sinking a lot of tickets here into a relatively useless banner. So this is number 7. We've got a Saint of the Ark in 8, and then another Saint of the Ark in 3. And here we are going 8 again. So even if I get unlucky and this is another Saint, or off-banner even, we're going to have to park it and put our crystals back in our pocket and just wait for Ares to come back in 6 months. No rush to get him. I'm not going to use him in the next 6 months anyway, so we can pick him up when he shows up on a Destiny banner with some other, like, well, not Empire heroes. He's not in Empire. So this is 9, so we didn't quite go to pity again, which is nice, which is kind of a saintly thing, so I have a bad feeling this might be another Saint of the Ark. Oh! Pleasantly surprised! We got the Emperor. So we dumped a lot of tickets here. We didn't have to go to pity at all, but this does mean that I'm going to be doing nothing but saving for the next few months, and I know we've had a little bit of a stretch between summoning videos, so I didn't want to leave you hanging for too long. So I got both characters. I have a pretty decent crystal stash still, and then like I said, there's a few months to gather my Trinity resources back up again, so I should be in decent shape for the next time I need to summon. I'll definitely have a few hundred summons by then, which, I mean, if today is any indication, is kind of borderline reliable for getting both characters. So I'm not going to tempt fate by building pity in advance on this banner because I don't care about getting multiple copies of these characters. That's only a thing that you do if popping one of these characters early is something that's actually desirable, and these guys are both in the books. They're both thoroughly collected, so I don't need to summon here anymore. So that's going to be that. As promised, actually a relatively smooth and seamless and fairly quick summoning session. Why don't we cap this off? We'll roll the credits. We'll fade to black while doing a couple of traditional luck muscle warm-ups. We'll see if we can gamble anything out of this dragon. Glory of the World. Maybe another Nightbloom. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope if you are summoning, I hope you have good luck.